Alright guys, I'm back with another tutorial. Hopefully this one's a little bit more coherent. I actually went ahead and did a test run earlier with the same save file, so we'll be starting at 0 with a blank slate, but I have gone through and instead of me trying to figure out stuff on the fly, I just thought it'd be better and more fluid if I just ran through it with you guys on board. Um, so we are in hard mode again. This island we have is actually relatively small. So I'll put you through the menu to show you what's there. So we have so we have 154 tiles, which is a small island, but we have quite a bit of forest and stone taking up that land, so about a third of it total, which means that it's pretty cramped and it's going to be like interrupted by like stone and stuff. We got 2 ore tiles and nothing else. That's pretty. This is basically as bad a situation as you're gonna get. Only thing worse I can think of is if there were like more trees or more stone or something. But this is pretty much cramped. We have enough room for like 1 market and a set of cottages plus cabins. And that's all you really need to get started. So it's not terrible. And we have the option of settling more islands. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this island. So we go from like 616 all the way to about there, about 2314. So about 1614 to 2314, and that's basically the middle of like a cross section, and then it goes from about 13.4 to about 13.16. So about 12 by what did I say? 4 to 23. So about 19 or so. So it's across. Well, it's more wide than it is tall. So imagine like a rectangle, I guess. One other defining feature of this island is pretty interesting. I've seen it once before, but this right here. So we have some land at 914 and 1114. And by itself, that's not really notable, but if you follow this line of river on the 10 axis, or 10x axis, I guess, if we go up and down, it actually bisects the entire island. It goes all the way down the middle, which isn't terrible, but it does make things a little more interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and set up our cabins. First, I'm going to pause for a moment. So across the river, on the west side, I'm gonna divide them up into west and east. We actually have a little bit of space right here, and I'll show you how I found that. So if I press 1, that'll open up the foundational structures. Sorry, my cat is here deciding he wants to get some pets. So, alright, so I'm opening up the foundational structures, and this is a good strategy to go through and figure out your own best strategy of playing. So you're going to go down to the market, and then you're going to press A. And occasionally, depending on the building, our assistant will tell us which areas are worth building on, and it'll do this by like determining what is around those areas. And you just press A to pull up a list. You can use the brackets to look through that.
14, 7, 12 has 8 empty neighbors.
So here we see that 712 has 8 empty neighbors, which is ideal because that means we can build cottages all the way around them.
711 has 7 empty neighbors. 713 has 7 empty neighbors. 812 has 7 empty neighbors. 813 has 7 empty neighbors. 1414 has 7 empty neighbors. 712 has 8 empty neighbors. 711 has 7 empty
And
neighbors.
I'll go ahead and lower my speech down because I know somebody was saying that it was a little bit
Rate 90,
fast.
rate 80, rate 75. Rate 70, rate 60, rate 55, rate 50, rate 45, rate 40, rate 35.
Okay, there we go.
Grass 611. Grass 711.
So
712 has 8 empty neighbors.
if we look at these,
711 has 7 empty neighbors.
712, 711,
713 has 7 empty neighbors.
713,
812 has 7 empty neighbors.
812,
813 has 7 empty neighbors.
813,
1414 has 7 empty neighbors.
1414,
712 has 8 empty neighbors.
712.
1414 has 7 empty
These
neighbors.
all kind of have their own independent like areas. So in the 812 and 711 range, that's all one section. This 14,
813, 1414 has 7 empty neighbors.
1414 is, I've actually didn't notice that one last time.
813 has 7 empty neighbors. 1414
but it
has 7
doesn't
empty.
look
Grass 14,
like
grass 13, stone 13, grass 13, grass 4, grass 15, grass 15, grass 15, grass 16, 13, grass 13, 13, forest 12, 13.
Okay, so what we're gonna do,
813 has 7 empty
is
neighbors.
we're gonna go over
812
here,
has 7 empty neighbors. Grass 811. Grass 812.
and I like this area because there's a lot of open space around
Grass
it.
811. Grass
So
812.
that's promising.
Grass 813.
So I'm gonna put a cabin
Foundationals. Cabins for
here.
$20. Cabins constructed. Grass 713. Grass 712. Grass 713.
So the ideal spot here would be 712, but for reasons I'll get into after this, you'll want, I'm going to put the market at 812 instead, and I'm just going to build my cabins around that place, because that's ultimately what
Foundational
you want to
structures.
do.
Cabins for $20. Cabins constructed.
Sorry, so you build your cabins, and then you put your market in the middle of those cabins, and then you add more cabins after you get the fishing village up and running.
Cabins. Grass 913. Foundational cabins for $20. Press A to speak with cabins. Water at shoreline. Cabins. Grass 914. Cabins. Grass 912. Foundational cabins for $20. Press A to speak with Aru. Cabins constructed. Grass 812. Grass 712. Foundation cabins for $20. Cabins constructed. Cabins. Tax income 3. Foundational cottages not available. Grass 812. Cottages not available.
Okay, so now we
Cabins.
have
Tax income 3. Unbought. Fast.
5 cabins,
2,400 cash of 10,000.
2,400 cash. I'm going to let that build up a little bit.
2,430 cash of 10,000. Cabins. Grass 914. Water at shoreline 10. Grass 1114. Water at shoreline. Grass 11. Water at shoreline 1113.
So
Forest 12,
when I
13.
was looking at this earlier, I found this spot here.
Grass 12,
And
grass
initially,
11,
I thought it would be great for a fishing dock, but then I was looking at
Water at shoreline. Grass 1114. Water at shoreline 10. Grass 1114.
where I would need to put my lumber mill, and there's only really one place I could make it work. And is if I put a storehouse right here.
Foundational
So I'll
structure.
show you
Cottages not
real
market for
quick.
sale. Storehouse for lumber mill not available. Must be within 3 tiles of a storehouse
Like
and
I
one
did
tile of
with
forest.
the market,
Efficiency here
I'm
20.
going to go
Press
over
A to
the
speak with
lumber
Aru.
mill, and then I press A on the lumber mill,
Aru says, I found 2 spots surrounded by forest.
and
Press
there's
square
only
brackets
2
for heat.
spots.
1412 has
So
5
we
forest
have
neighbors, but is not in range to an
1412.
existing storehouse. 1410 has 5 forest
And
neighbors, but is not in range to an
1410.
existing
So
storehouse.
1410 is on the other side. Basically, it's split by the forest. There's a surrounding forest on one side and on the north side, and then a surrounding tile on the south side. The south side is closer to where we built our cabins.
1412 has 5
So
forest
that's
neighbors, but is not in range to an
ultimately
existing
where
forest
we're
13. Grass 1412, forest 1512, grass 14, forest 14, forest 15,
Put
grass
our
1412.
lumber mill. Now there was a market we put at 812, which means there's 4 spots, 4 things dividing this. So we have to put the storehouse somewhere in the middle.
Forest 1312, water at shoreline, forest 13, grass 1313, stone 1314, grass
And there's
1313,
only really
forest 1213,
1 or 2 places that will work.
water at forest 1213, grass 1214,
And that's because, actually, I think there's only one. This is the only
forest
one
1213,
because
water at shoreline
everything
12,
else
forest
is
1312, forest 1311,
taken out
forest,
by
grass 1313.
forest. Like right here, 1313. If I put it here, it only reached to 9. So it would be 10. And we wouldn't reach.
Forest 1213, grass 1214, grass 1114.
So we're here at 1114, and this is literally the only spot that I can find that the storehouse would work for both our market and the lumber mill, which is really good because it's actually as far away as it can possibly be, which is what you want when you're building these things. So
3,210 cash.
3,210 cash. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna pause.
Normal, pause.
Get this going.
3,240 cash of 10,000.
So we're here at 1114. I'm 3 tiles away from my lumber mill, 3 tiles away from my market.
Foundation cottage is not a market for 6. Storehouse for $450. Storehouse constructed.
Build that, and then we're gonna go back
Grass 12, stone 1314,
to
grass 1414, grass 1413, grass 1412.
where we found our lumber mill spot.
Forest
We
13, forest
have
13, forest 14, forest 15, forest 15, grass 1412.
a forest surrounding.
Foundation, cottage, market, storehouse, lumber mill for $150. Efficiency here 100. Press A to
And
speak with
it
Aru.
says it'll cost $150 and has 100% efficiency. So we're gonna go
Lumber mill
ahead and do
constructed.
that. And then we're going to
Forest 1312.
build our
Grass 13,
fishing
stone 13
dock.
14. Grass 12 14. Water at shoreline 11 15. Water 2 from shore 10 15. Water at shoreline storehouse. Make water at shoreline 10 14.
Which,
Storehouse. Water grass 9 14.
Like I said before, there's a river that goes right down the middle.
Grass 8 4.
And
Water at
then
shoreline.
we
Water at shoreline.
have
Water 2. Water at shoreline. Water at
all
shoreline. Water at
this
shoreline 10
water
14.
on the edge
Grass 9
of
14.
the
Water at shoreline. Grass 9 14.
the West Island.
Water at storehouse.
So the
Maintenance
storehouse
$8. 11
right
14.
here,
Water
and
at
then
grass 9
right
14.
across the way we're gonna
Water at
build
grass 9
our
14.
fishing dock.
Foundational cut mark storehouse lumber mill not fishing dock for $150 and 5 wood. Efficiency here 100. Press A to speak with Aru.
Except I don't have wood yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and let
Menu.
this start.
0 wood. Fast. 0 wood. 5 wood. Normal. Pause.
And there we go. And
Foundation.
then,
Cottage. Mark. Storehouse for lumber mill not a fishing dock for 100 and fishing dock constructed.
boom, fishing dock.
Grass 8. Cabins. Grass 8 12. Cabins. Grass 8. Cabins. Grass 8 12.
And then I'm back where we were with the cabins. I'm gonna put a
Foundational.
marker
Cottage.
down.
Market for $600. Press A to speak with Aru.
And
Market constructed. Market set to active.
We're gonna turn
Wood will be
that
gradually used up to boost income from nearby homes. Cabins.
now we gotta
Taxing-
find a place to put our other cabins. And
Water at short. Water 2. Water at short. Forest. Lumber. Forest. Grass 6. Grass 7. Grass 18 12. Grass 18 13. Grass 17 13. Grass 8. Forest 9. Forest 20 13. Grass 20 12. Grass 19. Grass 19. Grass 20. Grass 21 11.
it doesn't really matter where you put these because they're not gonna really, at least not early on. And you can always rebuild them because they're pretty cheap.
Water at shoreline. Grass 20. Grass 21. Stone 20. Grass 20 11. Grass 20 12. Grass 19. Grass 20 12. Foundational. Cottages not available. Must be within 2 tiles of a mark.
All right, so we
Unpause,
gotta let
fast.
it change the cabins into cottages.
0 wood. 5 wood of 30. Aru said normal. Paused.
All right.
Foundational cabins for $20. Cabins construct water at shoreline 20. Cabin grass 2011. Foundation cabins for cabins stone 2010. Grass 2110. Foundation cabins for cabins water at shoreline 20. Water at shoreline grass 219. Foundation cabins for cabins stone cabins grass 19. Forest 9. Grass 9. Found cabins for cabins constructed.
All right, so
1410 has 5 forest neighbors. Unpaused. Fast.
we're gonna go ahead and
1,720.
check out our
1,717.
income.
1,700. 3 fish of 30.
So we got 3 fish,
9 fish.
coming in, 9 fish.
4 fish. 2 wood of 30. 7 wood of 30. 1,718 cash of 10,000. 1,723 cash. 1,705 cash. 1,732 cash. 1,726 cash. 1,747 cash. 1,733 cash. 1,734 cash. 1,741 cash of 10,000.
And it's jumping around a lot. Like going down a little bit and then it's going up. So we're steadily increasing,
1,751 cash of 10,000.
which is what we want to see.
1,744 cash. 1,739 cash of 10. 1,753 cash. 1,739 cash. 1,754 cash. 1,748 cash of
But
10,000.
we can be doing better,
Aru
right?
says,
So we're
alphabetize all
going to
14
press
buttons here.
A
Press square brackets
so
to
we
view.
can jump around to our different areas.
Cabins 1912. Cabins. Cabins. Cottages
We're gonna go
712.
to our cottages.
6 fish of 30. Grass 6 12. Cottages. Tax market. Maintenance $6. Cottages. Tax income 4. Water at shoreline 9. Water 2. Water at shore. Grass 8 11. Water at shoreline 8. Grass 8 11.
We're going to put
Water at shore. Cottages. Fishing dock efficiency 100. Maintenance $2. 914. Water at shoreline 10. Storehouse. Maintenance $8.
another
1114.
fishing dock.
Water at shoreline 1215. Grass 1214. Stone 1314. Grass 1414. Grass 1415. Grass 1413. Lumber mill efficiency 100. Maintenance $4. 1412. Forest 13. Foundational structure. Cottages. Market not. Storehouse not. Lumber mill not available. 0 efficient. Fishing dock not available. Aru says, I found 13 spots worth built. 1414 has 20 efficiency here. 912 has 100 efficiency here. Water at shoreline 9. Cottages. Tax income $4. 912. Water at shoreline 1012. Cottages. Tax income $4. Cottages. Water at shoreline. Cottages. Tax income $4.
Okay.
912.
So we're
North Park.
actually going to destroy that.
Building destroyed. Foundational.
And
Cottage.
put a
Market for 6.
fishing
Storehouse
dock.
for 4. Lumber mill not available. Fishing dock for 150. Fishing dock constructed.
Boom.
Market.
Okay.
Maintenance. Cottages. Tax in. Grass 612. Cottages. Grass 7 11. Grass 8 11.
Oh,
Foundational.
we built
Cottages for
that
$25. Cottages.
here.
Grass 7 11. Cottages for 20. Cottages constructed. Cottages. Water at shoreline 9. Cottages. Tax in. Market. Maintenance $6. Unpaused. Fast. 1,630 cash. 1,659 cash. Of 13 fish.
So
of
now
30.
we have
15 fish.
plenty
of
of
30.
fish.
17
We can
fish. of 30.
expand
Cottages.
our
Tax income $4.
cottages a bit
Tax income.
more.
Cottages. Tax income $4.
Because initially the first fishing dock is only going to be able to supply like between 5 and 6 cottages. So you'll definitely want to do another fishing dock, and they only
Cottages. Tax income.
cost
Fishing dock efficiency 100. Maintenance $2. 914.
$2. And we got
Fishing dock. Water at shoreline 9. Fishing dock efficiency 80. Maintenance $2.
we
912.
got a pretty good deal here. So we got an 80% efficiency and 100% efficiency. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and build some more
Fast.
cottages.
Market. Cottages. Tax. Grass 612. Cottages. Tax. Water at shoreline 8. Grass 710. Foundation. Cottages for $25. Cottages constructed.
as many
Grass
as we
610.
can fit.
Foundation. Cottages for 25. Cottages constructed. Grass 611. Grass 612. Grass 613. Grass 611. Cottages. Taxing. Market. Main. Cottages. Taxing. Cottages.
Which,
Tax. Cottages. Tax. Grass 814. Fishing dock of fish. Grass 8. Foundational. Cottages for $25. Press A to speak with Aru.
Given the area we were started with isn't all the cottages we can build, which is a good thing because you would have to build more fishing docks, and eventually there's a diminishing return aspect to everything.
4 ether. Cottages for $25. Cottages construct 1,700. 30 fish. 28 fish. 27. 22. 21 fish. 30 fish. 28 fish. 27. Stone 7. 14. Cottages. Grass 6. Grass 6. 14. Grass 6. Found cottages for $25. Cottages constructed. Grass 6. 14. Found cottages for 20. Cottages 1,811. 1,813 cat. Cottages. Grass 6. 12. Found cottages for 20. Cottages constructed. Cottages. Cottage. Grass 6. 11. Found cottages for 20. Cottages construct 20 fish. 18 fish. 17 fish. 11 fish. 10 fish. 15 fish. 13 16 fish. 15 fish. 13. 9 fish. 8 fish. 12 fish. 11 fish. 9 fish. 8 fish. 11 cottages. Tax. Stone 6. 9. Cottages. Stone 5. 10. Stone 5. 9. Stone. Grass 5. Forest 5. Cottages. Tax. Forest 5. Found it. Cottages not available. Cottages. Cottages. Market. Fishing dock efficiency 8. Cottages. Fishing dock efficiency. Cottages. Tax income. Fishing dock efficiency. Water at shoreline. Water at cottages. Stone 7. Cottage. Fishing dock. Water at shore. Water at shore. Cottages. Fishing dock efficiency. Water at shoreline. Cottages. Water at shoreline. Cottages. 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 Stone 7. Cottages. Cottages. Market. Maintenance $6.
Okay.
Market
Awesome.
actively 2054 cash of 10,000.
So now we have our own little fishing village here.
Aru says, I've alphabetized all 23 buildings here. Press
We
square
got
brackets to
23
view.
buildings.
Cabins.
So we
Storehouse.
have our
Cabins. 1912.
I'm gonna run through real quick. So we have all our cabins. We have one,
Cabins.
two,
Cabins.
three,
Cabins.
four,
Cabins.
five
21
cabins.
cottages. 610.
And then we have one,
Cottages.
two,
Cottages.
three,
Cottages.
four,
Cottages.
five,
6 cottages.
six,
7 cottages. 7
seven.
cottages. 7 cottages. 7 cottages. Cottages. 8 cottages. Cottages. Not fishing dock. 912.
We have 13 cottages, which
Fishing dock.
with
9 lumber mill.
two
4
fishing
fishing dock.
docks.
Fishing dock. Fishing dock. Lumber mill. 1412.
We have one lumber mill,
Market. 812. Storehouse.
one market,
Storehouse.
and one
1114.
storehouse.
Cabins. 1912. 2,321 cash of
and
10,000.
we have a steady increase. So our next step, so we actually have a cap on how much money we can make. So we're going to get to that cap, $10,000, because the next thing we're going to be doing is kind of expensive. And we don't have enough room on this island to make a whole bakery and to up the money we're getting from these cottagers, which is fine. That's why having a nice little pillow of money to fall back on is a good thing, because it allows us to do things we wouldn't be able to do without, better housing and better income. So we're just gonna let that build up, but this would be the time that you would scope out the rest of your island, figure out where you're gonna set up your foundry and mine, and your blacksmith and storehouse for those things. So our next step,
2,782 cash
while
of
this
10,000.
is filling up, I'm going to show you guys
Mineral harvest in 4. Charcoal hut not available. Mine not available. Charcoal hut not available. 0.
where I'm going to put everything. So our
Aru says,
charcoal
I found
mine
one.
we
Spot
have
surrounded by
here
forest. Press square brackets
is
to
going
jump
to
there.
go in that other spot where the
Menu.
forest,
1410 has
where the other surrounding forest tile was. Remember when we were, I was telling you about the lumber mill and how there was a south side and a north side to those areas surrounded by forest. So this is where we're going to put our charcoal facility for maximum efficiency. We don't, I guess, technically have to do that because this isn't going to be like a long-term operation, but it is good practice to kind of figure out how to do all this stuff and figure out where you're going to put your storehouse and for all that to maximize efficiency, because eventually you're going to want to do all that, and it's good to have practice. So this is where we're going to be putting our charcoal hut, which is going to allow us to make coal, which we will need in our foundries to turn ore into iron. Next
Mineral
up, we're
harvest in
going
4.
to
Charcoal hut
put
not available.
our
Mine not available. Must be
mine.
within 3 tiles of a storehouse and within 1 tile of an ore. Aru says, I found 2 rare resource types. Press square
So
brackets
we
to view.
have two ore tiles on our island, if you recall.
1910 is an ore deposit.
There's 1910
14.5 is an ore deposit.
and 14.5. Since our charcoal is at 1410,
1910 is an ore deposit. Stone 2010. Ore deposit 1910. Grass 1810. Ore deposit Stone 20. Cabins. Water at shoreline. Cabins. Stone 20. Ore deposit 1910. Grass 1810. Stone 1710. Forest 1610. Forest 1510. Grass 1410. Forest 15. Forest 1610. Grass 1410. Forest 1610. Stone 1710. Stone 1711. Forest 179. Stone 1710. Grass 1810. Ore deposit 1910. Stone 2010. Ore deposit grass Stone 1710. Stone 1710. Forest 1610. Forest 1510. Grass 1410. Forest 1510. Forest 1610. Stone 1710. Grass 1810. Ore deposit 1910. Grass 18. Stone 1710. Stone 1711. Grass 17. Forest 1811. Grass 1810. Stone 1710. Grass 1810. Stone 1710. Forest 1610. Forest 1510. Grass 4. Forest 1610. Forest 16. Forest 169.
yeah. So
Forest 179. Grass 18.
we can't
Grass
use
1810.
this
Ore
one
deposit 1910.
at 1910 because there's no space in between them.
Stone grass 19. Water grass 187. Grass 17. Grass 187. Grass 177.
I guess we could put it at 17.7. Which is kind of funny because that's where we would put the storehouse anyways. For our other location at 14. Oh wait, sorry. I'm so confused. Right, charcoal. Yeah, so we would put the charcoal there, and then we would put the storehouse here at 17.7. And then we're going to be building off of that ore at 19.
14.5 is an ore deposit. 19.10 is an ore deposit. 14.5 is an ore deposit. 19.10 is an ore deposit. 14.5 is an ore deposit.
Right? Yeah, 17.7, 19.5, and 14.
14.5 is an ore deposit. 19.10 is an ore deposit. 14.5 is an ore deposit. 19.10 is an ore deposit.
19.10. 14, 19.10, 17.7. Yeah, that's all in range.
14.5 is an ore deposit.
Is 14.5 in range of 17.7?
14.5 is an ore deposit.
Huh, I guess everything's... That's pretty interesting. I didn't even realize that.
19.10 is an ore deposit.
Okay, so we're just going to do
14.5
because that's what
Grass
I
14.6,
used
stone 15.6, grass 16.6, stone 16.5,
before.
grass
And
16.6.
there's stone. Oh yeah, I think that's why I didn't use the other one. Let me see. What's the...
Menu. 19.10 is an ore deposit. Stone 19.9, stone 29, water at shoreline, stone 20.10. Cabins, tax, stone 20.10. Cabins, tax income 3, cabins, tax income, cabin, stone 20, ore deposit, grass 19.11, ore deposit 9, grass 18.10, forest 18.11, grass 8, ore deposit 19.10.
Oh, there's plenty. Okay. Hey, I guess I could have used either one. Alright, let's check out our...
4,777 cash of 10,000.
4,000. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through the other stages. So after we build our mine and our quarry, mine, foundry, and blacksmith for everything, we'll also need to build a warehouse. Or actually a couple warehouses, because in order to get off the island we need to build a settlement ship, which is the biggest item it requires is 75 wood, which each warehouse gives you an extra 30 of materials. So the first one would make it so that you can store up to 60 of every item, and then the second warehouse will make it so you can store up to 90. So we'll be working on that.
5,250 cash of 10,000.
And then we're gonna build our shipyard, and then our settlement ship. So we're almost there. We just gotta wait for this to finish storing funds.
5,362 cash of 10,000. Grass 18.10. Or deposit 9. Grass 18.10. Grass 18.9. Grass 18.8. Grass 18.7. Grass 17.7. Grass 18. Water at shoreline 19.7. Grass 18.7. Water at shoreline 19.7. Grass 19.8. Stone 19.9. Or deposit 19.10. Grass 18.10. Or deposit 9. Grass 19.11. Or deposit stone 19.9. Grass 18.9. Grass 18.8. Grass 19.8. Stone 19. Or deposit 19.10. Grass 18.10. Stone 17.10. Forest 17.9. Stone 17.8. Grass 17.7. $5,832
I'm curious now because the way everything is kind of set up, with like the different locations, like the ore, and there being a grass tile right in the middle of everything, basically for my storehouse, so I have that lumber mill. I'm wondering if everything here is like procedurally generated to do that, which if it is pretty interesting in my opinion.
6,123. 6,230 cash of 10,000. 4 fish of 30. 1 fish of 30. 6 fish of 30. Aru 0 fish of 30. Aru says 1 fish of 6 fish of 1 fish of 0 fish of 1 wood of 30. Aru says this resource is raising recently, but used to be 6,342 cash, 6,341 cash, 6,360 cash, 6,352, 6,367, 6,364 cash, 6,370 cash, 6,395 cash, 6,377 cash of 10,000, 6,397 cash, 0 fish, 10 fish, 8 fish, 4 fish, 3 fish, 2, 1, 0, 6, 8 fish, 4 fish of 30. Aru says foundational structures. Cottages, market for $600. Storehouse, lumber mill, fishing dock, not a. Aru says, I found 13 spots worth built. 14, 914 has 100 efficiency here. Cottages, fishing dock efficiency 100, maintenance $2. 912 has 80 efficiency here. 1214 has 80 efficiency here. Forest 12, grass 1214. Foundationals, cottage, market, store, lumber mill for fishing dock for 100. Fishing dock constructed.
Let's see how this goes.
0 fish, 3 fish, 1 fish, 6 fish, 4 fish, 3 fish, 5 fish, 4 fish, 2 fish, 0 fish, 5 fish, 3 fish, 10 fish, 9 fish, 7 fish, 5 fish, 4 fish, 2 fish, 6 fish, 5 fish, 9 fish, 6 fish of 30. Aru says this 6,570, 6,506, 6,601 cap, 6,624, 6,619 cap, 6,637 cap, 6,668, 6,671, 6,696, 6,695 cash of 2 fish of 30, 9 fish, 8 fish of 30.
Okay.
Aru
Yeah,
says
so
this resource is raising
3
recently, but used to be fairly
fishing
consistent.
villages, or the 3 fishing docks kind of did the trick there. I apologize. I probably should have looked at that earlier, but yeah, so if you don't have enough fish coming in, then you're not going to be making as much money as you possibly can. If you start noticing that your fish, bread, veggies, wine, or any of that stuff, once you get that to those points, if you notice that it's at 0 for an extended period of time, especially if it's on fast, you need to fix your supply, either add or cut back on your cottages. Or figure out what's happening there.
7,330 cash of 10,000.
Yeah, now we're really clipping it along.
7,398 cash of 7,402 cash of 7,451 cash, 7,449 cash, 7,445 cash of 10,000, 7,489 cash, 7,485 cash of 10,000. 8 fish of 30. Aru says 6 fish of 3 fish of 0 fish of 30. Aru says this resource is raising recently, but used to be fairly consistent. 7,666 cash of 10,000. Mineral charcoal hut, mine not available. 0. Stone 13, grass 14, 14. Mineral harvest, charcoal, mine not available. Must be within 3 tiles of a storehouse and within 1 tile of an ore deposit. Foundry for 400, blacksmith for $600. Foundry for mine not available. Must 8,141 cash of 10,000.
Almost there.
$8,262 cash of 10,000. Stone, fishing dock, storehouse, maintenance $8. Water at shore, fishing dock, cottages, market, fishing dock, market, maintenance $6. Market actively using lumber for crates. Press backspace to stop using extra lumber. 812. $8,606 cash of 10,000. Cottages, tax income, water at shoreline 810. Cottages, stone 510. Cottages, market, maintenance $6. 8,724 cash of 10,000. 8,754 cash of 10,000. 8,795 cash of 10,000. Fishing dock of fish, water.
I just noticed that it's
Fast.
disappeared. Weird. Um,
Select a play.
There we go.
Market. Maintenance 6.
My cat messed with my my computer's USB ports. He was messing with the cords or whatever, and I messed it up, so I wasn't getting audio myself. Okay.
9,822 cash of 10,000.
Hopefully that didn't mess up the recording at all.
9,908 cash of 10,000. Sound row 1. OBS 2 9.1. OBS 2 9.1. Stop recording checkbox check. 9,908 cash of 10,000. 9,998 cash of 10,000.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build our
Fishing dock efficiency 80 maintenance. Foundational structures. Mineral harvest. Charcoal hut not available. 0.
charcoal hut.
Aru says, I found one. Spot. Water at shoreline. Fishing dock efficiency 80 maintenance $2. 1410. Has 5 forest neighbors, but is not in range to an existing storehouse. Nope. Paused.
We're gonna pause it for now.
Foundational. Cottages not available.
Oh wait, actually we need our quarry first.
Forest 15. Forest 6. Stone 1711. Forest 1811. Grass 1812. Cabins. Tax income $3. Grass 1911. Or deposit 1910. Grass 1810. Grass 189. Stone 199. Grass 189. Foundation. Quarry not available. Must be within 3. Not available. Must be within 3 tiles of the storehouse and within 1 tile. Fishing dock. Lumber mill not available. Storehouse for $450. Market for $600. Press. Forest 179. Forest 69. Forest 17. Stone 178. Grass 177. Foundational. Cottage. Market for storehouse for $450.
I gotta have mess up again. We have to build a storehouse.
Storehouse constructed. Grass 18.7. Paused. Grass 18.8. Grass 18.9. Stone 19.9. Or deposit 19.10. Grass 18.10. Grass 18.9. Foundational quarry for $200. Efficiency year 100. Press A to speak with Aru. Grass 18.8. Grass 19.8. Grass 18.8. Foundation quarry for 200. Quarry constructed. 0 stone. Unpaused. Fast. 0 stone. 5 stone. 10 stone. Grass 18. Or deposit 19. Stone 19. Or deposit 19.10. Grass 18.10. Grass 18.9. Foundational structures. Mineral harvest. Charcoal hut for 1. Mine for $250. 10 wood and 10 stone. Not enough wood. Normal. Pause.
So we're actually going to.
Aru says, cabins, cottages, fishing dock, lumber mill, market, active, H12.
We are going to suspend the market.
Market set to inactive. Besides normal cash upkeep, cottage, market.
So it doesn't spend all our wood.
Aru says, storehouse, quarry, 18.8. Market, 812. Quarry, 18.8. Grass 18.7. Quarry of it, grass 18.9. Forest, grass 18, stone 19.9. Or deposit 19.10. Grass 18.9. Foundation, cottages not market for $600. Storehouse for mineral, charcoal, mine for $250. Not enough wood. Mine for 2. Unpaused, fast. 1 wood. 6 wood. 11. Mineral heart, charcoal, mine for 200. Mine constructed.
Right.
0 ore of 30. 25 stone. 4 ore of 30. Grass 1810. Forest 18. Grass 1911. Or deposit 1910. Grass 19. Forest 1811. Stone. Forest 1611. Forest 15. Forest 1411. Grass 1410.
And now we have our
Mineral charcoal hut for 1. Charcoal hut constructed. 26 wood of 30. Aru says this resource is rate 9,105 cash. Forest 1610. Normal. Stone 1710. Grass 1810. Stone 17. Forest 17. Mine efficiency 90 maintenance 6. Grass 1810. Forest 18. Grass 19. Or deposit 19. Grass 1810. Forest 18. Grass 1911. Or deposit 1910. Grass 1911. Mineral shark mine not foundry not available. Must be within 3 tiles of or deposit stone 19.9 or deposit stone 20 or deposit grass 1810 or deposit 9 grass 8 mine fish quarry of fish grass 19.8 stone 19.9 mine efficiency 90 maintenance $6 grass 1810 or deposit 1910 grass 1810 mineral harvest charcoal mine for 200 and foundry for $450 10 wood and 15 stone.
Oh.
Stone 17 forest 1610 forest 15 charcoal hut forest 14 shark forest grass 4 grass 15.8 stone 15.7 forest 14 stone grass 16.7 grass 16.6 water at shoreline 7 grass 6 stone 15 grass 16 stone 16.5 grass 6 grass 16.7 stone 15.7 grass 16 grass 16.8 stone 17.8 storehouse maintenance $8 grass 18.7 grass 18.6 grass 19.6 grass 26 grass 25 grass 19 grass 26 water at shoreline grass 26 grass 19.6 grass 19.5 foundational cottages not available mineral harvest charcoal hut for 100 mine not available foundry for $450 10 wood and 15 stone foundry constructed grass 18.5 foundry efficiency grass 19.6 water at shoreline 19 grass 18.7 storehouse maintenance 8 grass 18.7 water at shoreline grass 19.6 foundry efficiency 100 0 iron 10 coal of 30 30 ore 0 iron fast 0 iron 5
We got our iron.
grass 18 forest 18 forest 19 foundry efficiency 100 maintenance $8 grass 18 grass 18.6 grass 18.7 water at shoreline grass 18.7 mineral charcoal mine not available foundry for 4 blacksmith for $600 10 wood and 20 blacksmith constructed 15 stone of 30 storehouse grass 6 stone 50 grass 6 storehouse water at shoreline grass 16 grass 16.7 stone 50 grass 6 grass 16.6 mineral heart warehouse for 1,000 warehouse constructed grass 16.7 mineral heart warehouse for $1,000 not enough stone warehouse constructed storehouse maintenance stone 17 quarry efficiency 100 maintenance 5 building destroyed
So we don't need any more stone.
44 wood
And we are
48 wood
getting wood.
5,801 cash of 10, 5,786 cash. 5,788, 5,760, 38 tools of 90. R's.
38 tools.
56 wood. 16 iron of 90. 42 tools. 16 iron. 69, 45 tools of 90. R says. 60 wood. 65 wood. 64 wood. 69 wood of 90. R says 5 stone of 90. R says this resource is raising recently, but used to be fairly consistent. Blacksmith, grass 8, mine of fish, grass 8, maritime map, shipyard for $500, 30 wood, 30 stone, and 20 iron.
Oops.
Stone 7, storehouse, maintenance $8. Blacksmith efficiency 17, grass 18, 8, mine efficiency, forest 17, forest 16, grass 16, warehouse, water at shoreline, grass 8, blacksmith, storehouse, forest, stone 7, stone 17, stone 7, forest 7, mine efficiency, grass 18, 10. Or deposit 9, grass 8, mine efficiency, grass 18, 8. Found it, quarry for 2, quarry constructed. 5,360. 5,000, 10 stone. Grass 19, 8, water at shoreline, grass 9, water at shoreline, grass 9, water at shore, blacksmith fish, grass 18, 6, grass 18, 5, forest 18, forest 17, water at shoreline 6, forest 7, water at shoreline, water at shore, storehouse, maintenance $8, stone 17, 8, grass 16, 8, warehouse, stone 16, warehouse, stone 15, water at shoreline, forest 17, grass 17, 3, grass 17, 3, water at shore, grass 17, 3, maritime, shipyard not available, must be, dry dock not available, forest, water at shoreline 17, 5, grass 18, 5, maritime map, shipyard for $500, 30 wood, 30 stone, and 20 iron, shipyard constructed. Grass 18, grass 19, water at shore, grass 20, forest, grass 20, water at shore, water 2, water at shore, forest 19, grass 18, 2, stone 18, 3. 90 tools of 90, 68 wood of 90, 19 iron of 89 ore of 90. R says warehouse, storehouse, shipyard, quarry, mine, quarry, 18 8. Building destroyed. 4,538 cash of 10,000. 76 wood. 75 wood, mine, market, 8 lumber mill, norm, paused. R says warehouse, storehouse, shipyard, 18 5.
Okay, perfect. So I know that was a little bit quick, or not a little bit. That was really fast. So what I did there was I built my quarry to get stone, because you need stone to build like the warehouses, the foundry and blacksmith and such. And I should have built the shipyard earlier, but I kind of wasted time on that, and I had to rebuild the quarry so I get all that stone. So once you get all that built, you don't really need the quarry anymore, so you can delete that, and you'll notice that
4,508 cash of 10,000. Pause. 4,508 cash. Pause. 4,508 cash of 10,000.
Cash values dropped significantly. Like that was about $5,000 worth of building and drain essentially. So yeah, I built everything. I built the warehouses. I got
75 wood of 90.
Enough
R
wood.
says this 90 tools of 90, 90 ore of 90, 16 iron of 90. R says this resource. 90 ore of 16 iron of 90. R says 40 coal of 90. R says this resource is raising recently, but used to be. R says I've alphabetized all 30. Warehouse 16 7. Blacksmith cabin, charcoal cottages, charcoal hut. Building destroyed.
Okay, and then we're going to
unpaused. Fast.
Unpause. Build up our iron.
21 iron. 18 iron. 22. 90 tools of 90. 19 iron of 90. Normal. Paused.
We need to get rid of that.
R says I've alphabetized blacksmith cabin, blacksmith. Building destroyed.
We got all the tools.
Unpaused. Fast.
There we go.
19 iron. 24 iron. 28. 90 wood of 90. 28 iron. 33 iron. 90 ore of 90. 33 iron. 90 ore of 90. 37 iron of 90. R says cottages, fishing dock, foundry, 19.5.
Or not foundry, a mine.
Lumber mill, market, mine, shipyard, mine, 18. Building destroyed. 60 iron of.
Okay.
64 iron, 88 ore of 90. R says this resource is raising. Norm, paused.
Now we're ready. So.
R says I've alphabetized all 29. 4,413. R says warehouse, storehouse, shipyard, 18.5. Water at shoreline, 17.5. Maritime mast, settlement ship for $1,500, 75 wood, 40 iron, and 30 tools. Settlement ship constructed.
So when you build the settlement ship, it'll have like a
settlement ship preparing to
little
settle a new island, 0, 17.5.
countdown. So it's preparing to settle a new island. So once the settlement ship is built, you actually don't need to do anything. I guess it might be a bug that you don't have to have a storehouse or anything nearby. So you can get rid of everything else. You can get rid of the foundry, warehouses.
Unpaused. Fast.
Everything.
R says I've alphabetized all 30 buildings. Warehouse, cabins, warehouse, 16. Building destroyed. Normal, fast. Warehouse, 16. Building destroyed. R says I've out cabins, 19. Storehouse, shipyard, storehouse, 17 7. Storehouse, shipyard, 8. Settlement ship, market, 8 12. Lumber mill, foundry, 19 5. Building destroyed. Fishing dock, 9. Fishing dock, cottages, cabins, storehouse, shipyard, 18 5.
Okay, so now we have that we built is the shipyard and the storehouse.
2,980, 2,898 cash, 2,927 cash, 2,929 cash, 2,911 cash, 2,930 cash, 2,914 cash, 2,931 cash of 10,000.
Did we get the...
No ships have been sent to settle this island.
Not yet.
Your settlement ship has arrived at a new island. Press Control plus B to visit and begin building.
And there we go. We're at a new
Aru says, I've alphabetized all 26 buildings here.
location.
Press
I'm gonna
Storehouse,
go ahead
Storehouse,
and
1114. Storehouse, 177.
this
Building destroyed.
one.
Storehouse, Shipyard, 185.
And
Building
this
destroyed. Market, 812.
Alright.
3,020 cash of 10,000. 3,051 cash
And
of
now we
10,000.
have our own little island with our cash flow. It's pretty steady. And now we have a second island. So I'm going to press Control B.
Viewing Sapphire Sound.
Sapphire Sound.
Grass 811.
Let's see how
Grass 812.
what we
Menu.
got here.
Sapphire Sound. 266. Total island tiles, which classifies it as a medium island.
Got a medium-sized island, not bad.
196. Buildable land tiles. 49 forest tiles. 18 and 18 stone tiles. 7.
18 and 46. So this is actually pretty wide. This is a pretty much exact opposite of what we had before.
Island has 1 ore tiles, 0 gold tiles, and 0 fruit tree tiles.
And we got 1 ore and nothing else. So
Game
this is a good settlement. This is a definite upgrade to what we had before.
Menu. Close current. Save game.
Let me go ahead and save this.
Save game dialog. Enter.
Restart to
Game saved.
enter.
Water at shoreline 8th. Grass 812. Water at menu.
All right.
3,205 cash
And
of 10,000.
That's basically it. If you want another rundown,
Aru says, you don't have any buildings on this
I'll
island yet.
show you
Viewing
one
Coraline
more
Atoll.
time.
Aru says, I've alphabetized
We
all
have
cabins, storehouse,
5
cabins,
cabins.
cottages, 610,
One,
cottages,
two,
cottages,
three,
cottages,
four,
cottages,
five,
cottages,
six,
cottages,
seven,
cottages,
eight,
cottages,
nine,
cottages,
10,
cottages,
11,
cottages,
12,
cottages, 913,
13.
fishing dock,
We
1214,
have 13
cottages, 913,
cottages.
fishing dock, 914,
3 fishing docks, 1 with 100% and 2 with 80% efficiency.
lumber mill, 1412,
We have 1 lumber mill at 100% efficiency.
market, 812,
We have a market that's in the middle of all of our cottages.
storehouse, 1114, cabins,
We
storehouse,
have 1
1114,
storehouse. And that's all we needed to build the blacksmith foundry, charcoal hut, mine, quarry, and all that. You just have to bank a little bit in order to go into debt a little bit, and then to buy the settlement ship, which is about 1,500. So you really need that nest egg to go ahead and settle a new island. But the upside of settling new islands is you'll find things that are better, and then eventually you can set up a trade between them and work out that way. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments.
OBS 2 9. OBS 2 start. Stop recording checkbox checked.